Hey, Dunbar Heights, Pastor Wes here. Just wanted to take just a few minutes of your time in order to just give you a little bit of an update about what's going on here at the church building as we are working to prepare this space in order to be ready for our in-person gatherings, which are going to be beginning just in the next few weeks here. And so we're working hard to get this space set up in order to meet those guidelines that BC health officials, WorkSafe BC, CDC, these guys are putting in place for in-person gatherings in order for us to be able to meet safely. So if you were to walk in here right now, of course the building looks the same, and yet there's lots of things that are different right now. Everything from arrows on the ground to pews blocked off and staggered and numbered to hand sanitizer dispensers and signs on the walls, all these things working to just meet those guidelines and so that we can create a safe space in order for us all to be able to meet here once we're gathering in person very soon. Now, we'll have a date to you very shortly to let you know exactly what that first Sunday of in-person gatherings will be, and the gathering restrictions do still remain at 50 right now, so you'll also be receiving information about registration and how you sign up each week in order to be one of those 50 people. And remember as well, we are doing a mixture, a hybrid of in-person and online. So even if you can't make and be a part of that first 50, we will of course be streaming this service. We'll continue to post the sermon online, so there'll be ways to continue to engage regardless. We're just doing everything we can to continue this worship experience and moving forward. So we're doing everything we can in order to get this space ready for those in-person gatherings, but there's just one thing in particular that's still missing, and what that thing is you. Now, what I mean by that, first of all, is of course just you returning to this space. The reason we're letting you know about all that we're doing here is because we do want you to return to in-person gatherings as you feel safe and as you feel comfortable. And so we want you to know we really are doing everything we can here in order to make this space safe and touchless and all the things it needs to be in order to protect your safety. But what I also mean by that is we need you to be willing to prayerfully consider stepping up and stepping in to serve in order to make these in-person gatherings happen. What I mean by that is, over the last 6 months of our being apart, we've had everything from graduations to people moving to all kinds of different things like this, which have caused people to leave the city, to no longer be in this area. And so as a result, for no good or bad reason, the volunteer base of those people that normally serve here on a Sunday to make these services happen has decreased quite drastically, actually. Now, I hope you realize that Sunday morning gathering is not as simple as just open the doors, hey, come on in, I'll stand up and preach and we'll get out of here. There's a lot of people that serve in lots of different ways in order to make that happen. And right now, our numbers of people who are willing and able to still come in and serve have just simply dropped. And so I'm asking you to prayerfully consider how it is that God might be leading you, if you're able and willing to come in and be a part of our in-person gatherings, to also be involved in serving in them. And there's two areas in particular that I want you to consider. That is our welcome and greeting team and our audiovisual team. Just very quickly, the welcome and greeting team, what that person is going to be doing, or those people, is going to just be helping to get people in and out of this space as safely as possible. So that's greeting people at the front door, signing them in with the contact tracing sheet, making sure people are sanitizing their hands, keeping their masks on, getting to the places, the seats that they've been assigned, all that kind of stuff. We need people in order to do that. We don't just want you to leave you to wander around. So we need folks who are willing to be helpful and guide people lovingly and firmly in order to keep those guidelines. And also, we need people to serve on our audiovisual team, which means sitting at the back here helping to run sound and PowerPoint. Now, both of these positions you'd get training and help in, so that we wouldn't just throw you in the deep end. But we need people who are willing to run the PowerPoint and sound, because, not just being heard, that's pretty obvious. But if you were to walk in this space and look here right now, you'll notice that in the pews there's nothing. There's no hymn book, there's no Bible, there's no offering envelopes, there's nothing, because we're trying to make as touchless a service as possible. And what that means is that everything we need people to see, whether that's a scripture reading, the words to songs we're singing, any kind of presentation, those things will need to now be shown up on the screen. And so we need people trained and willing to step in and help in those ways too. So I'm going to ask you, if you just over this weekend, be really thinking and praying about how it is that God might be leading you in order to step in and help serve in those ways so that we can make these Sunday morning services happen. We really do need that last piece in order to make these in-person gatherings happen. Not just happen, but happen safely. So be prayerful, consider that, and reach out through our email. You can either reach out to me, Wesley at dhbc.ca, or office at dhbc.ca, both of those ways. And if there's one of those areas in particular that you'd be willing to step in and serve on a Sunday, we'll be happy to get you plugged in, trained up, and ready to help so that we can get in this space and begin worshiping together just like we've been longing to for so long. So thanks for listening. Thanks for prayerfully considering that, and look forward to seeing you so soon. God bless. Talk soon.